Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite dolphin, Danny. Or is that your favorite dolphin? You let me know. Hope everyone's doing good. I'm here with my light intro to my story. I was going to do a bigger one, but I'm going to save that for closer to the 1 year mark for this channel. So when I started posting on a regular, that was like in March, so I'm going to do a more in-depth version then, but this is kind of like the soft light intro. I think I owe it to everyone. I did pass 500 follows, and it's like I didn't really say much about a lot about my transition and why I'm here, so I'd like to get some of that off so you get to know me a little more. And yeah, I'm so thankful for all the viewers here and everyone that interacts and all the positive pod members. My heart really goes out to you, and yeah, let's get into the story. I'll start the story when I was a kid. My mom had me when she was 18. She was a single mother. It was the 80s, so that was that. And yeah, 3 years later, my sister was born, and that was really cool. We all lived at my grandma's at the time, and yeah, I was about 3 when I really started to notice I was different than everyone else. I didn't feel like everyone else. I did feel like a girl and very feminine on the inside. One of my favorite shows in the morning was Bucky O'Hare on Saturday morning cartoons, and yeah, I wanted to be like his pilot, Jenny, her name was. She was pink and had really cool eyelashes and everything. I loved her. Her pink hair. I wanted to be just like her. But yes, I didn't tell anyone those feelings. I bottled them all up. Transgender definitely wasn't in people's vocabulary at the end of the 80s and early 90s. So yes, I just bottled everything up, and yeah, that's what you kind of do when you don't know how to reach out about how you feel and stuff, and you might have some guilt about it. So yeah, it's pretty strange, but that was that. I guess I had some terms when we moved in with Randy. I wanted Ninja Turtle, a bedspread and sheets, and an NES. I'd seen the commercials and really wanted one, but we didn't have the money for that when living at my grandma's. And yeah, my mom used to take me to arcades though when I was really, really small, and I loved it. And we'd play Pac-Man and tons of other games, like the one where you whack the moles in the head and a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, there's this one with a chicken who laid an egg and you got a little surprise in it and stuff. It was really cool, and you get like the tickets. And so I was really into gaming. I just couldn't afford it. We couldn't afford a console at our house. Yeah, I got the action set with the orange gun, of course, and Duck Hunt Mario, and I loved gaming. It kind of got those weird thoughts away from me. I could really, put myself in the game, and you got to be different characters. I really liked that, and yeah, I kind of lived in the game, and it did give me peace for a while. Of course, you were always tortured by weird little thoughts and stuff, but for the most part, when it came to gaming, that was a way for me to escape, and I really enjoyed that. So that's why gaming played a big part in my life, because it just kind of made me think of the weird stuff, and I could just be a character and have fun, play some whatever, Mario, Duck Hunt, get your mind off things, Zelda, whatever, right? It was pretty cool. So I was very quiet about how I felt, because yes, I'm not going to name any family members. It's not a big deal, but but it's just like we'd watch Sally, Jesse, Raphael, and I remember there was a boy that wanted to be a girl, but they were transitioning, and yeah, I remember a family member saying like, how could the parent do that to that poor child? And I remember freaking out a little, because it was like, I relate to that kid. I was like, I want to be that kid. But what people said around me and things I saw like on TV and other things made me think it was bad, and it also made me feel guilty about it. So I did what a bottlenose dolphin does best, and I bottled it up and I played some video games. So yeah, now I'll jump into my early teens. I was skateboarding and actually making skateboard films. That's how I got into making films on the regular, was skateboarding and stuff. We would shoot stuff. We didn't really know what we were doing, but we copied the skate videos we liked and people we admired. So that was really cool, and that's the first time I got my hands on like an editing software and started to kind of roughly understand things on my own. I was teaching myself and looking things up, of course, but yeah, it was a really exciting time, and I started to really like filming and doing all that stuff, because you could make your own world, you could create characters. It was another way to escape. Being a teen was tough though. Going to high school and going through puberty and not wanting to be a guy and being envious of all the girls. And yeah, I had my own crew and friends. I just still didn't feel like I totally belonged. I hid behind dark comedy, and it was just a mask, and just so people couldn't really figure out what I was all about. And yeah, it was just really strange. Me and my friends, of course, started smoking weed on the daily, and as we got a little later in our teens, we started using mushrooms and ecstasy, and I used all that stuff as an escape. I wanted an out of body experience in a sense, and it did make me feel more comfortable. It got rid of the bad thoughts. I actually felt comfortable with who I was in a sense when I was on ecstasy and stuff. And that's really sad to think about now, but that's just the way it was. I use stuff like that too because like video games and movies and stuff like that wasn't a big enough escape anymore. I needed something stronger, and that's why I turned to harder party drugs and stuff at the time. So after high school ended, I basically just partied for a year because I had planned to go to digital film school a year later. So yeah, we just basically partied it up, and yeah, I met a girl named Allie. I knew her before, but yeah, we started dating by then, and we had similar interests. She was in the same music, and she was into writing and making films, so we were kind of like a good little pair, and we decided to go to college together actually. I went first and she joined me, but yeah, it was really cool. But the thing is, thinking back, we were still partying a lot back then and stuff, so it wasn't the best. Like, if we were a bit more mature, I think we would have got something more out of the experience. Like, it was still great. We learned a lot, trust me. We learned a lot and made short films and got stuff done, but it was just at one point, looking back, it's like, yeah, we partied a lot. We probably should have took it a bit more serious, and we probably would have came out with a better product or more of a direction. It was the end of 2007. Me, Allie were living together with a roommate, and yeah, things kind of came crashing and burning at the end of 2007. Like, I hate to say it, but bridges were burned, friendships kind of ended, and me and Allie actually ended up moving away at the end after Christmas to Vancouver, and that's when we started to try to get real jobs on set, like on an actual union set. And yeah, 6 months into that, we did get jobs on a union set. So yes, we actually went to work together, and that was really cool. Especially the beginning, before the shock of it all kind of wore off. But it was really cool being on a union set and seeing how like real shows and TV is made and stuff like that. It was really mind blowing and humbling too, because it was nice. It felt nice that we like got our went to school, got a job. So that was really cool. Saying that though, on set there was lots of weird gender issues that really started to affect me, especially months into the job. I noticed because there wasn't a lot of females on set, and yeah, they kind of get treated a lot differently and special. And yeah, of course people say weird things behind their backs like usual, but it was like I just was jealous because yeah, people didn't treat me like that. They treated me like I was some weird guy, which I was. So but I just wanted to be treated different. And yeah, I started to really realize something was different about me, like just all my gender stuff, because I was like, ugh, I just didn't feel right. I didn't fit in with the lighting people, the grips. They didn't want me. They thought, no, he can't be with us. He's terrible. But saying that, there was some really funny stuff that happened that just cracks me up now. Like, maybe at the moment it wasn't as funny, but now it cracks me up. One time I remember, a few times, so this time I really recall was, it was like we're doing a night shoot and it was the pouring rain, and everyone else, we were just production assistants. I left it out. We were PA, so it was nothing big, but all our production people are out there on set, and it's the middle of the night, and I'm in the boss's car with hot chocolate, and the boss keeps coming up to me and checking, just the location manager keeps checking on me and see if I'm okay. Everyone else, including my ex, is like out in the rain, and oh, it was so bad. A few things I left out that I should have said was, Allie actually, she did really good on set, and she actually thrived and did really well because she was pretty comfortable with herself. She had lots of confidence. I really admire it now. Yeah, she did really well, and yeah, I didn't mean to bring her down with fighting on set and being a little brat, but I was going to solve my own issues. And yeah, she actually got her hand on TV too. I thought that was really cool. She got her hand in an episode because one of the stand-ins wasn't there. And of course I was jealous because of, like, her getting to be a girl and getting her hand on there, but she didn't really care. She was just happy to do it, and yeah, it was a really good achievement. And yeah, I didn't mean to take anything away from that. It's just I was going through my own stuff at the time. My gender issues always crippled me back then. I could never connect with people. I was always grumpy or moody to people I didn't know or didn't like. And now I'm really happy and bubbly, talking to strangers all the time. I'm holding up drugs in London. I'm holding up London drugs. I'm like holding up the line in London drugs, talking about nails and such. And some guys like in the back like, "Oh, get this line going." I'm like. And of course, during all this madness, I was on 360 and playing retro games, Mario and Donkey Kong all the time. But yeah, for the most part, I was on 360 running my Gears of War crew. It was the old crew days, the old gear days. Thinking back though, we were highly negative to people. It was toxic and very bad. I was really mean to people, but that's because I wasn't comfortable with myself and I projected all this stuff on other people. Saying that though, we did have some good times. There was fun. And we were all nice to each other, but if you weren't part of the crew, it was just a negative situation. I'm happy to be more on the positive path now and just be all about the love. Well, most of the time. I just wanted to lay the foundation that I've always been gaming and making movies out of my own passion and fun, and yeah, for my own entertainment. So yeah, now it was around 2011, me and Allie had moved back to our hometown. The union work was kind of drying up, and we also wanted to kind of try our own thing again and see if we get stuff off the ground. It was a few years later, though, when things took a turn for the worst. Yeah, we ended up breaking up. We spent like almost 9 years. We chilled for like basically a whole decade, though. So, lose someone like that was pretty bad. I was a selfish piece of garbage. I didn't know how to communicate properly. I should have got therapy. I should have just helped myself. I didn't mean to put someone through all the stuff I did. I'm glad it ended when it ended in a sense. I mean, I was heartbroken. It was kind of off and on and back and forth and then nothing. And yeah, I had to just kind of let her go in that sense, because when you love someone to the end of time, that's what you do. You let them go and be happy and be who they want to be, right? So I had to do that, and yeah, it's tough. I don't know how to explain it any other way. Anyways, that spiraled me into a huge depression, the worst depression I ever had in my entire life. Woo! Crashing bad depression. I remember I laid in a bed for like a year. I was in and out of the doctors weekly. I had so much anxiety where I thought all my veins were burning up. I had tons of anxiety where my arms were going numb. I was having like phantom pains in my body. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. It was just so bad. I missed her so much, but it was just a terrible time. And yeah, like I said, when you're with someone that long, it's not gonna be easy. But yeah, I had some of the worst thoughts I have ever had in my entire life. I never knew you could have thoughts like that for real. Freaked me out. And yeah, I laid in a bed for a year, and that was really bad. And that's when I decided that I probably needed some real help. My family doctor wasn't someone I could just really open up to easily, but he suggested I talk to a therapist that I knew that specialized in transgender people, so I actually made an appointment with him and met him, and I opened up about everything to him, told him all the stuff I ever felt, and yeah, just told him about everything and my past relationship and just everything. It was just crazy, and yeah, he seemed to be really taken back by it that I opened up on our first visit. Like, I just told him basically everything, and yeah, he gave me 3 months to decide if I wanted to start hormone replacement therapy and get on testosterone blockers. And yeah, 3 months he gave me, and of course I decided yes. But I left that meeting that day really excited but also nervous because I had to tell my sister about everything, but she totally understood. And when I told her, it was like everything clicked. She's like, that's why you've been the way you've been, kind of like that. It just explained a lot, and she was really open about it. She was the one who got my mom into understanding more, and yeah, things weren't solved in a week, trust me. It takes a long time. Even if people are understanding about your situation, it does take them a while to understand and really get into it, but I'm so thankful to have all of their support. I couldn't have done this without them, so yes, my heart goes out to them. I love you, Mom. I love you, Jenna, and yeah, that was the beginning of everything. I've transitioned without interruption now for 2 years and 6 months, taking my pills on the regular. Yeah, it wasn't until the 2-year mark where I started to feel more comfortable in public and and in my social life. I will have a new transition video out very soon, and it will have a bit more of the story in it. So yeah, that'll be pretty cool. Hope you guys check that out. Now, I've always been a fan and admirer of AVGN. I always thought it was so... He had so much confidence to be that character and do all the stuff he did, and yeah, being a filmmaker, I know how much work you put into it, and it's just someone to look up to. Of course, I looked up to other YouTubers as well. I just could never commit myself to anything, and I always wanted to do something like that, but I could never do it because I could never commit to anything because, yeah, I didn't like people seeing me in male form. And yeah, now I don't care if I'm being judged as being trans. I don't care what you say behind my back or whatever. I'm here to inspire people, and that's why I wanted to do this channel and start making my own content. And yeah, it's not really about gaming and collectibles or whatever at the end of the day. At the end of the day, all I really want to do is just make someone laugh and forget about things. And yeah, you know, be yourself, be true to who you are, follow that. You know, I wasn't on the right path for a long time, and things started going super good for me as soon as I started to, you know, in a sense, let man up, woman up. I don't know. I'm not too correct on things sometimes, but you know what I mean. And you know, just stay in the saddle and be who you are and do what you got to do to get you know, confidence or get to where you want to be in life. But yeah, I love you all. I am so thankful for everyone that sticks around and has been following and social and leaves positive comments and stuff, because, you know, I really appreciate it, and it pushes me more to do more stuff like this and make more entertaining videos. And yeah, like I said, I'm always trying to get it to the next production level if I can. And yeah, I love you all. I hope this was good enough. Like I said, this is the light version. If it was the in-depth version, I'd be on one time for too long. So this is the light, fluffy, friendly version. I hope you all enjoy. Yeah, stay safe, positive, and I might even catch you on the flip side, y'all. Bye!
Very intriguing scientific research that shows that all of the different types of species on Earth are very similar to each other in terms of the DNA code. You only have to alter it a little bit. The difference between human and dolphin is very small.